boyfriend who was driving looked up and screamed. And I looked up in the rearview mirror and saw a truck coming full speed, at which point he collided with us.
In March of 2006, Amanda Bennett was the victim of a rear-end collision that totaled the car and caused a painful injury to her neck. Over the next 12 months, as her health and her life fell apart, she went through dozens of medical tests, and nothing could determine what was wrong.
I had a total of 5 MRIs, 2 CAT scans, and I can't tell you how many x-rays I had. And other than bulging disc, everything came back negative. There was nothing wrong with me. And it got more and more frustrating because every day I physically got worse. I wasn't able to work, I wasn't able to walk. It got to a point I couldn't ride in a car, I couldn't eat. And to have doctors look at you and go, well, your films are negative, you're fine. You know, you must be faking it, you're in it for the money. And knowing that you're actually honestly sick and no one's willing to help you is the worst feeling that you could ever have in your life.
Struggling with pain and depression, Amanda's lowest point came several months later, when, she says, a respected neurosurgeon accused her of faking.
I waited 6 hours in his lobby. He came into the room, looked at my x-rays, my MRIs, and didn't even bother looking at me, didn't check me, and just said, why are you doing this? Do you need the money? Haven't you seen enough doctors to tell you there's nothing wrong with you? It was just whiplash, it's soft tissue, go back to work. And I just kind of looked at him and I started to tear up, and I didn't mean to at the time. And his exact words to me were, if you're looking for pity, I'm not the doctor that's going to give it to you. I'm sure you can go find someone else. And that night is when I lost it.
But there was one doctor who would not give up on Amanda, and that was Dr. William Palmer.
Normally, I would have not seen a patient as extensively as I did, a car accident patient, as I did with her, except that if I didn't see her on a weekly basis at least, she was in such excruciating pain, she couldn't do anything else.
After months of piecing together bits of information from various static MRIs and X-rays, Dr. Palmer learned about DMX, or digital motion X-ray, a growing new technology that can X-ray a patient's spine and joints in motion at 30 frames per second. Amanda was sent to see the inventor of DMX technology, Dr. John Postlethwaite, and within minutes he could see clearly that Amanda had serious ligament damage in her neck, and her C1 was slipping violently from side to side.
The skull, or the head, sits on this top bone, and as she leans, her C1 is loose. It's like a washer. It's being slid from side to side. Watch this space, and it's going to get small, and boom, this side got big. Sliding from side to side, creating the dizziness, the balance problems, the nausea.
The next step was to contact renowned neurosurgeon Dr. Joel Frank at the Bay Medical Center Neurosurgical and Spine Institute in Panama City, Florida. Dr. Frank, who had never before heard of digital motion X-ray, was stunned by the clarity of the image it provided.
You saw this picture, what was your reaction?
Wow, I've never quite seen anything like it in terms of an imaging study, and this explains Amanda's problem. And the question was then next, how do we fix it?
Dr. Frank confirmed this injury that all the established imaging technologies had not been able to detect was actually serious enough to be life-threatening.
Had she gone into another car accident, or had she said, I'm not going to live like this anymore, I'm going to start, I don't care what the pain is, I'm going to start working out. And she starts running and trips, it's quite possible she might have died or gotten severely paralyzed, because this is where the spinal cord lives.
With the right diagnosis, Dr. Frank was able to perform surgery and insert 2 screws to stabilize the slippage in Amanda's neck. Dr. Frank says Amanda should make a complete recovery and soon be back to an active lifestyle. But he admits without DMX technology, it probably never would have been possible.
I'll be very honest, I mean, had she come to me without this, I probably wouldn't have been able to figure out what's going on. I probably would have said, I can't help you, I don't know what's wrong with you.
And not only did digital motion X-ray provide the diagnosis that led to a successful surgery, but it also provided Amanda's attorney with the objective evidence he needed to convince the once skeptical insurance company that Amanda was seriously injured and that they should pay the full financial limits of her policy.
What the digital motion X-ray did for us and subsequently to her case was to objectify her injury. It is the picture that's worth 1,000 words.
With an accurate diagnosis, a successful surgery, and insurance compensation to cover her bills, Amanda is on her way to a full recovery.
Ah, there you go.
But without digital motion X-ray technology, she knows it never would have happened.
Honestly, I would have to say it saved my life. And I mean, straightforward, that's what it is. If I can save one person from going through any of that, I'll do it. You know, that's why I want people to know my story.